so it's very difficult to put a timeline together, even with the help of the Office of the Medical Investigator, just based on their body and other evidence on the body. It appears several days, possibly even up to a couple of weeks.
With cops saying they haven't ruled out foul play, questions are swirling over how Gene Hackman, his wife, and dog ended up dead in their Santa Fe home. Why were there pills scattered on a counter, and why was the front door ajar?
Today, guys, we got some weird stuff going on with Gene Hackman and his wife. Okay, so they believe that they have discovered what happened to both of them. And guys, it is absolutely weird. On top of that, it's such a very peculiar coincidence. Okay, let's play the video clip.
Hello there. Within the last hour, the authorities in Los Angeles have been giving more details about their investigation into the deaths of the actor Gene Hackman and his wife, Betsy Arakawa. They say he died from heart disease after his wife passed away from a rare infectious illness. Their bodies were discovered at their home in New Mexico last month. Officials believe he died a week after his wife. Well, Emma Vardy has our top story from Los Angeles.
When the bodies of Gene Hackman, his wife, and one of their dogs were found last week at their home in Santa Fe, it was unclear what circumstances had led to their deaths. Investigators have been piecing together the couple's movements. They now say they believe his wife, Betsy Arakawa, had died around a week before him.
Strange.
It's not uncommon to find someone down on the floor as part of a terminal collapse, so to speak. And that may very well have been what happened to Ms. Hackman.
Test results showed she'd contracted a rare virus called hantavirus, which can be transmitted from animals to humans and can be fatal. And that Gene Hackman died a week later of cardiovascular problems.
The question was he aware that Ms. Hackman had died? And I think that question's difficult to answer, but I can tell you that he was in an advanced state of Alzheimer's, and it's quite possible that he was not aware that she was deceased.
The couple were found in different rooms and were only discovered when a caretaker called at the house and raised the alarm. Tributes have been paid to Gene Hackman by many fellow actors in Hollywood, and his family said he will be sorely missed.
Is this mystery now cleared up, or is there any more that might come out, Emma?
Well, to some degree, they have now answered many questions, but investigators have been trying to piece together the couple's final movements in that week, looking at CCTV, looking at phone records. But this virus that they say Betsy Arakawa contracted, hantavirus, they say is something they do see several times a year in Santa Fe, though it is pretty rare. It starts off as flu-like symptoms, so it could be mistaken for something else, and of course it can be very serious. But it does paint this rather grim picture that she had died first and that Gene Hackman was in the house alone for a week or so, and that his Alzheimer's means it is very unclear as to how much he would have known as to what was going on or whether he would have been able to get help at all. But after this seemingly mysterious circumstances, now a number of questions have been answered to unravel some of the circumstances that led to Gene Hackman and his wife's death.
All right, Emma, thank you for that. Emma Vardy there, live in Los Angeles.
So 911 calls were just released. We have them. We want to play them here. Take a listen.
Are you with the patient now?
Yeah, I'm over at their property. There's no address here, so I have to meet the ambulance or the police, whoever, down at the gatehouse. I'll bring them up here.
Bodies, along with their dog, were found in separate rooms in their New Mexico estate Wednesday. And moments ago, the Santa Fe County Sheriff told NBC that the couple were likely dead for days or weeks before they were discovered.
The unexpected passing of legendary actor Gene Hackman, 95, and his wife, Betsy Arakawa, 65, have sent shockwaves through Hollywood. The couple was found deceased in their Santa Fe, New Mexico home on February 26, 2025, alongside one of their dogs. Authorities are currently investigating the circumstances surrounding their passing, examining phone records and surveillance footage to piece together their final moments. The couple had led a reclusive reclusive lifestyle in recent years, with Hackman having retired from acting in 2004.
In terms of the two of them, did it appear that they had passed at the same time, or had one passed before the other?
I think that's very difficult to determine. I think it's going to be pretty close. There was no indication that anybody was moving about the house or doing anything different. So it's very hard to determine if they both passed at the same time or how close they passed together. We're trying to put that information together, and obviously with the assistance of the Office of the Medical Investigator. And I think the autopsy report is going to be key to this investigation.
The couple's bodies were found by a caretaker who, upon noticing them unresponsive through a window, made a distressed 911 call. In the call, the caretaker urgently requested assistance, expressing uncertainty about the situation, but emphasizing the need for immediate help. Responding officers found no signs of forced entry or obvious trauma, deepening the enigma surrounding their demise.
First, let's take you to New Mexico now for new details on the deaths of award-winning actor Gene Hackman and his wife and their dog. A police search warrant says the deaths were found to be suspicious enough to require a thorough investigation. The warrant also reveals Hackman and his wife, Betsy Arakawa, were found in separate rooms and were deceased for what authorities describe as some time. On Wednesday, a caretaker arrived to do routine work and called 911 when he saw the bodies from outside the house.
Hello, my name is the caretaker for Santa Fe Summit. I'm here about past 10,000 waves. I think we just found one deceased person inside a house.
Are you with the patient now?
Yeah, I'm over at their property. There's no address here, so I have to meet the ambulance or the police, whoever, down at the gatehouse. I'll bring them up here.
Okay. How old is the patient?
Oh, I have no idea.
You don't know? Okay, that's fine. Is the patient a male or a female?
A female and a male, probably. I don't know, sir. Just send somebody up here real quick.
Okay. Are they awake?
I have no idea.
Are they breathing?
I have no idea. I'm not inside the house. It's closed. It's locked. I can't go in. But I see them. She's laying down on a floor from the window.
Some news channels have recently released the 911 call related to Gene Hackman's passing that has unveiled some chilling details. The call, made by a distressed maintenance worker, paints a disturbing picture of the scene at Hackman's Santa Fe home. The caller, overwhelmed with emotion, repeatedly exclaimed, "Damn," while trying to relay the situation to the dispatcher. First, let's take you to New Mexico
now for new details on the deaths of award-winning actor Gene Hackman and his wife and their dog. A police search warrant says the deaths were found to be suspicious enough to require a thorough investigation. The warrant also reveals Hackman and his wife, Betsy Arakawa, were found in separate rooms and were deceased for what authorities describe as some time. On Wednesday, a caretaker arrived to do routine work and called 911 when he saw the bodies from outside the house. Okay, well, we just got some new information from a preliminary autopsy report. Do we know what it says?
Well, so the sheriff is saying that the autopsy confirms there are no signs of external traumatic injuries and there's no sign of foul play. This keeping in mind, we still haven't gotten the full autopsy report or the toxicology report, which will reveal the exact cause of death. But according to court documents, it says there's no obvious signs of a gas leak, no obvious signs of carbon monoxide poisoning, but officials are not ruling anything out because the couple's bodies were both found partly decomposed and mummified. The sheriff says they had likely been dead for 1 to 2 weeks. So we're hoping to find out more at a press conference later on this afternoon.
They hate you. You're gonna die. I don't want to do this.